Hi, this is John from Bear Bull Traders, and I want to discuss my best and worst trade for 14 July 2021. You don't have to like this video, subscribe to this channel, or hit the alert bell, but it'd be a lot cooler if you did. My worst trade today was on Boeing. This was a high day break trade where the high of day was 229.60, and the volume at entry was 800,000 shares, and our vol was about 120%. So Boeing's been back in play a bit more lately. Not great, but it's really been off my menu for quite some time. And just in the past few days, I've considered it kind of more worthy of trading. So taking a look at it today, I like this high a day near the pre-market high. This is this magenta line here, but also with room to go before a possible R3 rejection, the pivot point up here around 237.50, 237.48. So that's nice. I like to take the breakout of the pre-market high. That's a great place for price to break out, but I don't want R3 too close. I want like some room to move up and have a little bit of decision space, and we got that here. No building 1 minute volume profile. So I like to see those white steps in building 1 minute volume. That's hard to get early in the morning. We're in the first 10 minutes here. I think this is at 9:38. This trade 8 minutes after the open. So it's tough to get that building 1 minute volume profile. You're going to see that later in the morning. So not too concerning there. Bit of a volume spike, not a mild one as I entered the trade. SPY, not a huge concern this time in the morning either, as everything's trying to find its direction. But we do have the SPY perhaps beginning a reversal in my direction, so it's kind of in my direction there. Took an entry at 229.65 on an extended candle, which had me worried a bit. This could be good or bad. This could represent momentum, or it could represent extension, where it's destined to have a pullback. So kind of tough to judge which one's going to happen, to be honest with you. What you're looking for after you get in is the volume keeping up. It didn't fall off precipitously here. You can see the next bar is decently high, and then it picks up in the next bar. So that's a good sign that your momentum is going to continue rather than give up. The next candle rejected the pre-market high, though. So I have my entry candle here, and then you can see the next candle does make a poke through the pre-market high, but it closes below it, and we get this top wick kind of looking thing. What got me out of this trade was two things. This early in the morning, I'm usually out in the very next candle. I stayed in to the candle after that, so 2 candles after my entry here. But this candle, obviously it looks like a good thing now, like it ran up, but at the time I got out, this had another top wick. It looked a lot like the candle before it. So it looked like 2 pierces through the pre-market high and rejections of that level, and I just didn't want to stick around to find out what happened next. But in this case, I bailed out at 229.69, and the price did run up to R3. It did make that move. So definitely could have got a partial there. My best trade today was on Netflix. This is another high day break trade where the high day was 547.81. Volume at entry about 600,000 shares. Our vol about 110%. Very much a trade based on levels. There's a lot of other fundamental things going on here that didn't actually set up very well. But what caught my eye was that the levels in play and the support I was seeing and the levels being broken. So I don't know. I guess this was my best trade today, but I'm not super proud of this one. Let's just put it that way. I did like Netflix holding yesterday's high. That's right here. That's this green dotted line. And then spiking through the R4 pivot, which had been providing resistance before. You can see all this, kind of price decision right around R4 about whether it's going to go higher or lower. Then it fell down. It held yesterday's high, and then it made this nice move right up through R4 to the high day. I like that. Again, kind of looks like Boeing, perhaps a bit extended. I had to get in and see what happened next. But really, again, lacking a 1 minute volume profile. And before, where it didn't matter for Boeing so much being early, now we're later in the day. We're trading just after 10 o'clock, and I really want to see that, and I didn't. What I have is this really erratic profile. Unfortunately, the volume on Netflix is such that it's only trading 600,000 shares at 10 o'clock. It's a little harder sometimes to form those good patterns. I think it's easier for stocks when they do have higher volume. But this was definitely concerning. Let's put it that way. SPY was just a chop fest. I couldn't say it was helping or hurting me. It was trying to find direction at the time. putting some faith also, I will say, in Netflix's strong open. I really like the way this thing opened and went right up through R4 before it made its first pullback. I took an entry at 547.80. Took my first 50% partial near the 550 decade level at 549.88. So great partial here. Nice spike in volume. I didn't know that was going to be that strong. I could have got a bit more out of this, but very happy to get a partial near 549 or near 550 at 549.88. And then, honestly, once we were over 550, I was very optimistic. I liked the way Netflix was looking today. You know, this isn't just a decade level. This is, you know, a $50 level. These are kind of big levels too. It's like a century level is obviously important, you know, 500 or 600, but that halfway point between them can be an interesting psychological level for stock. I really thought there's a good chance we could get a nice runner on Netflix today. So I was hoping for the next partial near 555. And I waited all day for that, and honestly, I never got it. It got as high as 554.10, I think. I came within 70 cents of a stop at one point, and I actually got out of this trade back near my entry at 547.81 with 5 minutes to go in the market today. So left a bunch on the table here. I don't regret waiting for 555. I really think the chance was there, and you know, to make your account grow, you gotta let stocks run. You can't be taking money off too soon. So tough decision, but I stand by it. So thanks for watching. If you guys want to discuss these trades, hit me up and drop a comment, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.